What's up, doinks? Welcome back to Sudoku Jouet. My name is Sudoku. Today we're doing Faux Pas by James Sinclair from Artisanal Sudoku Volume 200, a bonus pack. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, and then we have quad circles are either true or false. So let's look at it. So normal Sudoku rules are 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. And then we're going to look at the quads. So either these four digits in this circle are here if it's true, or if it's false, then they're going to be out here. Okay. And then he did give a little tip for it. And let's see, it says, in order to place a digit in row 2, column 8, so it's this cell right here, at least one of the circles in box 3 has to be true. Okay, I'm going to restart the timer and fail miserably, probably. And then also you mentioned it down here as well. This cell and then this cell. One of them has to be true. At least one has to be true. Okay, so this could be 1 and 3. So let's see. Let's work off that this one being true. So it'd be 1, 3, and then 2, 4. And then this one would also have to be true. And then this one would be false. But so then then this would have to be the 5. Then this one would have to be the 9. But then that wouldn't work. Okay. Okay, interesting. So, actually, no, because if this is, it could be 1, 3 here, and then this is 2, 4, and then the 3, 1 and 3 would be over here. So then 5 and 9 would have to be, I would say this would have to be the 5. Do something like that, 9. Okay, so then this one cannot, I don't feel like this one can be false. So 5 and 9, but then we would need a 6, 7, and 8, but two of them would be touching here. So that'd be impossible. Okay. And if one of these is true, if one of these two is true, this one could not be, these two could not be 5s. So if only one of them is true. So say this 1, 3, 5, 9 is true. Then it would have to go 1, 3 would be here, 5 there, 9 here. Then 1, 3 would be there, and then 2, 4 would have to go down here, 5. So then this would have to be 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. 2, then 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so that would work. So then we would have to do 2, 4 over here, and then 6, 7, and 8 over there. And if this is true, let's see, so this one would be true, this one would be false, and then this one would be false. Okay. And then this is very similar to that. Okay. So these cannot both be true. These cannot both be true because then a 3 and a 7 would both have to be here, and that's impossible. Impossible. So this one cannot be a 3 or 7. Okay. This one cannot be. This could be a 7, and then they were both true. No, they can't. They can't both be true. All right, I'm going to have a little note, make a little note for this. Okay, so box 3 I'm going to say 1359 is true. Box 6, both cannot be true. Box 9, both cannot be true. Okay. Box 8, they can both be true because this could be a 1 and then everything else is covered. Okay. Box 8, both can be true. All right, box 5. Box 5, both cannot be true. Okay. Box 4, there's nothing to worry about there. Let's see what box 1 has for me. Both cannot be true. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got to look at box 7. One of them has to be true. Box 7. At least one. Okay. Okay, so we up here we figured out. I think we figured out 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot be true, right? We're going to look at this again. So if 1, 2, 3, 4 is true, then the 1, 3 has to go here. And then the 2, 4 would be there, which would have to put the 5, 9 here. This would have to be the 5. Then this would have to be the 9. And then 6, 7, 8 would go here. But yeah, so then the 1, 3, 2, 4 cannot be true. Cannot be only true. 1, 3, 2, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't I just do that in order? 1, 2, 3 cannot be the only true. Okay. Now, I think we already looked at it, but I got to look again. Now that I'm making notes, if 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 3, 5, 9 are both true, then these would be 1, 3. This would be a 2, 4. And then this would be a 5, 9. And then, 6, 9, which would put 5 would have to go here. And then that would be the 9. And then a 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 3, 5, 9 cannot both be true. Okay. Now 1, 3, 5, 9 can be true by itself. Can 1, 3, 5, 9 and 5, 6, 7, 8 both be true? No. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 9 and 5, 6, 7, 8 cannot both be true. And okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot be true by itself. So what I had before, where 1, 3, 5, 9 is the only true one, is I'm going to go with that as being accurate. So then this has to be, then the 1, 3 is there, right? This cannot be a 5, so it has to be 5 here, 9 here, and then this is a 2, 4. I am confident in that, and I'm okay with putting that in. I am okay with that. I'm going to put a little note that says I'm happy with it. Okay. So then box 4, don't have to worry about. Box 5, both cannot be true. One of them can be, but because of the 4, 5, this cannot both be 4 and 5. Okay, so and then 6 both cannot be true. So I'm going to jump over here and do the same thing that I did up there. Okay, so if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, so then this would have, if they were both true, 1, 3 would be there, that'd be a 2, 4, this would be a 5, 9, and then this would be 6, 7, 8. Oh, hang on, could they, and then they could not, okay. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is very similar to at least one is true. So then we know 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 3, 5, 9 cannot both be true. Okay. And similarly, let's try it if it's if 1, 3 is the only one that is true. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot be the only true. Yeah, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot be the only true. This so far is exactly the same as this one, which makes sense because it's the same, just flipped. So let's see if 1, 3, 5, 9 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's going to be the same. So 1, 3, 5, 9. So 1, 3, 5, 9 has to be the only one that's true. 1, 3, 5, 9, true. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bold. Oh, didn't want to do that. Hit a little bold action. And then I'm going to put happy with that as well. Okay, so then we know that this is going to be, if it's exactly the same, then we're going to put 5 here and then 9 here with a 1, 3 pair. Then we do 6, 7, 8 there. And then this is a 2, 4 pair. So that would be a 5, and then this would be a 9. Which is a little suspicious. But I think I'm okay with it. And then, okay, so then we know that 1, 3, 5, 6 is false. 1, 3, 5, 6, false. Because we have the 2, 4, and then the 2, 4 here. 2, 4 here, and then 2, 4 here, which forces 2, 4 up there. Okay. Can 1, 3, 7, 9 be true? This one would have to be a 9. Okay. If that's a 9, then 3, 5, 6, 7 would be false. Okay, so with the 6, 7, 8 here, 3, 6, 7, 8 has to be false in box 6. 3, 6, 7, 8, false. Okay. Which would, and then that sees a 5. So if 3, 6, 7, 8 has to be false, then we have to see if 3, 4, 5, 7 can be true. So 3 would be here. All right, 3, see that? This cannot be a 3 because of that one. So this would have to be a 3. Wait, hang on. We're just testing to see if this is true. So then 5 would go here. But then a 7 could not go there. So then this would have to be a 3, 7, and then this would have to be a 4. If 3, 4, 5, 7 is true. Okay. And then we would need, then 6 and 8. Where can 6 and 8 go? They would have to go in one of those two. So that's impossible. So then, okay, so box 6 is both false. I'm going to say I'm happy with that. And then say both false. Okay. So then the 3 is going to be, this is going to be the 3. 7 cannot go here or in any of these. So then this would be a 7. 8 cannot go here or here. So I can pencil mark the 8's up here. 5s cannot go on that box, so the 5s would go here. Okay. So then I can put 6s there. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 4. Sorry. 4 can't go there. So I can pencil mark 4s here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. Okay, so then I don't know if this is going to be helpful or hurtful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9s. Okay, that'd be a 1, 2, 4 triple, so I can delete the 1, 2, so that'd be a 6, 8. Okay, I'm kind of happy with this at the moment. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 9 has to be false because we have a 5, 9 and then a 5, 9, which means they would both have to be there. Okay, so we're going to go down to box 9. Both cannot be true is what I have so far, which I think is accurate. 5, 6, 7, 9 is false. Can we do 2, 6, 7, 8? We have a 1, 2, 4 triple, so then this would have to be 2. The 7 would have to go here. But with that 7, this would be the 7. This one could not be a 6 because the 6 would see it. So then the 6 would go here. Then this would have to be the 8. 7, 8, and that'd be a 2, 6. Okay, so then we'd need 5 and 9. So there'd be 5, 9 there and 5, 9 there, which would put this as a 1, 2, 4. No, we need 3. It'd be a 1, 3, 4, which would put this as a 3, and then this would be a 1, 4 pair. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 9. Okay, 1, 2, 4. So that would be a 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so 2, 6, 7, 8 we don't know is true. Actually, I can place 7s have to be here. 7. I can place, yeah, so I can place this as a 7. Which means that 2, 6, 7, 8 has to be true. Yeah. 2, 6, 7, 8, true. And then I'm going to say that I'm happy with that. So yeah, I am going to place those, which would put that as a 6. Okay. And then 1, 4 works because they're not in that box. And that's 2, 6. Okay. Oh boy. I really want to hit this check mark down here to see if I'm doing a good job. Okay, do we know information? All I know for box 8 is that they both cannot be true. Now, why did I say that? Because this would have to be a 1. This would have to be a 2, 4, 5. Then this would be a 6, 7, 8. Which would put this as a 3 and a 9. Yeah, which can't happen. Okay, because we have a 3. So we have a 3 here, 3 here. So then 3 is definitely in this. Okay, so let's see if this 1, 2, 4, 5 could be true. We have 1, 3 here. 1 cannot go. If 1, 2, 4, 5 is the only true, then this would be a 1. 5 would go down here. And then it could put 2, 4. Okay. But that'd be a 2, 4 pair. That would be a 1. And then this would also be a 1. So 1, 2, 4, 5 cannot be alone, but cannot be true by itself. 1, 2, 4, 5, not only true. Okay, and let's see if 1, 6, 7, 8 can be true by itself. It cannot because we have 8s there and 8s there. Okay, 1, 6, 7, 8. 1, 6, 7, 8, not only true. Okay, let's figure out if they can. I think I was already doing it, but we gotta see. I gotta see. So there'd be ones there, fives would be there. No, this can't be the one. Yeah, if they're both true, right. So then, no, they can't both be true. So they're both going to be false. Oh, okay. So box 8, both false. Okay. So we know ones can't go here and can't go here. We're going to know ones are blocked off down there. So this forces a 1 here, and that's a 4 and a 1. Delete the 4, 1 from there, which puts this as a 4. So that's going to be a 2, 4. That's now a 1. Remove those ones. Okay. This is a 5, only option in the column, 5 and 9. Delete those 9s. Okay, so that's a 2, 5. This is now going to be an 8, 9, and that's a 2, 6. Okay. All right. So then this is, we have 6, 7, 8, so this will be a 2, 9 pair. Okay. So box 8 is both are false. Okay. So then 5 can't go here, and then it can't go in that box, so I can place it as this. 7 can't go down there, and it can't go here, so I can place it here. Okay. 4 cannot go here, so I can place it there, which puts a 2, 4, 6, and 2. Okay, so then this has to be a 3. That's a 2, 9, and then we need a 6, 8 pair over here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, what do I have for box 5? Box 5, both cannot be true. Okay. 4 and 4. Okay, so we have to, if they both cannot be true, I'm going to try if 1, 4, 5, 7 is true. This would have to be a 1, 4, 4. Then this cannot be the 4, so then the 4s would go here. This would have to be the 7, so this would be a 4, 5 pair. Okay. Which means 2, 6 would go there, and so that would be a 2. That would be a 6, which would put 3, 8, and 9. 3, 8, and 9. Okay, so 1, 4, 5, 7 can be true in box 5. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 7 can be true. Okay, let's see what 2, 4, 5, 6 says. Man, I cannot highlight these boxes today. Okay, so if 2, 4, 5, 6 is the only true, this would be a 4. That would be a 5. Then this is a 2, 6. No, that can't be true. This cannot be true. So they are both false. Both false. Okay. Happy with that. Okay, so if they are both false, one cannot go there, cannot go here or here. Ones can go there. Okay, 4s cannot go here. Oh, I messed up. Does 1, 4, 5, 7? No, I'm sorry. They're not both false. Sorry. 1, 4, 5, 7 is true. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 7 is true. Oh my goodness, that was almost a big old mistake. So then this is a 1. 4, so then 4s will be here. This is a 7. And then this is a 4, 5. Okay, whoo. So 4, 5 is over there. So this is a 6. That's a 2. And then this is a 3, 8, 9. 3, 8, 9. That's what I figured out a little bit earlier. And then I gave up on it for some reason. Okay, so those 9s are now gone. Okay, so then we just need box 1 to figure out. Yeah, I figured everything else out. So just need box 1. And we know 1, 3, 5, 6 is false. Yes. Okay, so let's see. if 1379 is true. So then this would have to be the 9, and then this would be a 137. So then this would have to be the 7 because that one's there. Okay, remove the 7's there. 1 3. So then this would have to be a 5 6 pair with that, and it's impossible. So they're both false. Okay. Both false. Now, the only one that's throwing me for a loop is this 3 5 6 7 here, because these are both false. So if this is a 5, yeesh. Okay, I'm going to do just classic old pencil marks now. 1 2 3 4 5 4 5 8, and then we need 1 2 3 4 5 1 6 and 7. Okay, so then this is a 2 3 9. Oof. Okay, so these are both false. 1 3 5 6 and 1 3 7 9, but 3 5 6 7 could still be true. So we know that the 5s are here, but, oh, hang on, no buts. Okay. So I am going to pencil mark the 5s here, even though, so this is either, one of these two is a 5, but no, they can't both be 5s. So if this cannot be a 5, no, this cannot be a 5. Because if there's a 3 5 6 7, then this would have to be the 5, because it couldn't be a 4. So this cannot be a 5. Let's see. This one cannot be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is now a 6 or an 8, because it can't be a 7. Wait. Yeah, so it's either a 6 or an 8, whether it's true or false. So it could be 3 5 6, then this would have to be a 7. Oh my goodness. This is confusing. Okay, goodness, this is confusing. All right, let's just do some classic old Sudoku. 1 can go there. 2 can go there. Sorry, 2 can go there. Oh no, sorry, 2 can go there. I drew the box wrong. And then I almost made a big mistake. So no, 3's going to be down here. So 4's are up here. Okay, 4's up there. 3, 4, 5. But this can't be a 5. 6, 7. They can all be 8s. 8s. And then 9s. Okay. 3, 5, 6, and 7. So yeah, that would work. Yes, that would work. So no 2s, 1s are there, 2s, 3 cannot be there or here. So that's a 1 3 pair. Love that. So that's like 1 3. So this cannot be a 1 3. That cannot be a 3. 1 3 here as well. So that's not a 1. Okay, and then we have, so 4 is going to go up here. 5's already done. 6's can't go there, but they can go here. Not there, not there. Sorry, 6's are here. 7 can't go there, so we can put the 7's up here. I think they can all be 8s. And then 9's are going to be like that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is not looking great. definitely think I drew a little too much there. Okay, so if this is true, this would have to be a 3, 5, 6, and 7, which would place that as a 9. This would now be a 2, be a 1, 3, 1, 3, be a 3, 1, that'd be a 1, okay. And then this would also have to be a 9. Okay, so this one is false. So that can't be a 3. That can't be a 5. That can't be a 6. That cannot be a 7. Okay, so then we have a 4 here. That's a 5. We have a 9, 8, 9, 5, 2, 5, 8, 9. Okay, that'll be a 6. It's a 5. 7 is there. I'm going to clean up. Puts that as a 1. So that's going to be a 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, let's clean up again. 8, 2, 8, 8, 2, 8. This is a 7, 5. That's a 3, 8, 3. That's a 2, 1. That's a 6, 7, 8, 6, 4, 8, 2, 7, 4. Oh my goodness, I think I did it. I think I did it. Oh my goodness. Yes, I did. Ooh, all right. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, 3109. Okay, goodness gracious. Oh, wow. That was good. I usually I don't think I've ever played one where like it could be true or false, and then having to figure out which one is true and which one's false, because that is a lot of work. But if I didn't write down notes, there's no way I would have been able to keep track. No way in hell.